My name is Kevin Bradley. I'm the State Extension Weed Scientist at the University of Missouri, and the biggest topic I've been talking to growers about this winter is the new trait called Extend and the herbicide dicamba. Dicamba is a herbicide that's been out since the late 50s, so it's been around for a long time in different forms. Last year was a bad thing. It was a nightmare. This was the second year in a row that farmers had Extend traded cotton, and they were told that there is no approved dicamba to spray over the top, and they didn't listen to the rules. And so there was some dicamba that was sprayed illegally, unfortunately quite a bit. So we had a lot of off-target movement of dicamba onto soybeans, people's gardens, people's trees, people's bushes that are bordering fields. So what's unique about these new products is, for the first time that I know about, you have to go to a website, and that's the label and that's the law. So you go to the website and you say, okay, well, what are all the guidelines and restrictions? So there are a limited number of nozzles, very few. You have to only use what is approved. The reason for that is we have to have big droplets, coarse droplets, big droplets that don't drift. And so there's only certain nozzles that produce those. So that's one thing. Another thing is boom height, I think, is a big reason for the problems that we saw. Very few people put their spray boom 24 inches above the target. The higher it is, the more it can drift. So these labels are very clear, 24 inches above the target, period. Another thing, there is no ammonium sulfate to be added to the mix. That basically reverses the effects of the low volatility. There's less than 15-mile-an-hour sprayer speed. There's very specific pressures listed on the label for your sprayers. The other thing is there's buffers, and that is going to be something new to a lot of growers. So if you have a sensitive species next to your field and the wind is blowing towards it, you have to have a 110-foot buffer, and that means you cannot spray within 110 feet of that sensitive plant. Somewhere between 25 and 30 million acres of seed are going to be planted this year, and I guess not every one of those acres have to be sprayed with dicamba, but anyway, we're going to put it to the real test in 2017, and this is the experiment that's getting ready to start. Are these formulations going to solve everything? I hope the formulations are they are less volatile. They've invested millions of dollars to make them less volatile. My recommendation is to really plan your weed control program without a planned dicamba. I think a lot of our growers right now are planning to go out with a pre-emergence residual herbicide and probably follow it with another herbicide we call a layered residual approach or an overlapping residual approach, and only use dicamba if they have to. Because when you get in a situation where you say, I have no other choice, I have to go spray dicamba, and it's a bad weather condition to go do it, that could line up to be a pretty bad deal. So we're just trying to put them in the right situation. You still got alternatives for weed control that can work.